everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about emotional abuse. I'm Rita and today it's all about you. Psychological abuse or emotional abuse is characterized by someone exposing to a person a certain behavior that will cause a trauma experience and even can cause to the other person depression, anxiety or post-traumatic stress disorder, which is PTSD. It is linked with situations of power imbalance like bullying, gaslighting or even abuse in the workspace, but also can be torture, violence or prolonged human rights abuse. Or in other words, it is a way of controlling another person, using emotions to criticize, blame, shame or even manipulate this other person. And of course, this usually happens in any kind of toxic relationship. Study shows that a prolonged emotional abuse can also be compared with the same side effects as physical abuse. A person that is dealing with emotional abuse, beside the low self-esteem and low confidence, may also show issues with trust, anxiety disorders, depression, and all of these may be really dangerous because may conduct to self-harm, destructive behavior like addictions, self-harm, and all of this is a way of dealing with pain. Yelling, swearing, insulting, mocking, intimidating, ignoring, and denying being a victim is something that it can be a sign of emotional abuse. And all of this can happen not just to adults but also to teenagers and to children. And most of the times this may explain behaviors of bullying, because it shows that there is an issue controlling the emotions. Usually these teenagers or children, they show to be a little bit unconfident, have some trouble in having relationships and friends in general, and most of the times act in a very inappropriate behavior for their own age. Usually an emotional abuse is shown in the behavior of the person. So you as a parent, be attentive to your children or your teenagers and try to understand if there is any different behavior that he may be showing during the time that he is with you at home. Any kind of different behavior may be a sign that there are things that are not okay. And this kind of behavior may happen at home, from parents, from other siblings or from other kind of family members, but also can really happen in school with bullying problems, with problems with relationship with teachers or any kind of other adults that are dealing with your child or with your teenager directly. Encourage your child to talk, especially if he is a young child, is not all the time effective. Even teenagers, they don't really like to talk much. Most of the times they feel a little bit ashamed of what is going on. So you can adapt a game or something like a play that recreates the daily life of a person. And through this you can understand if your child or if your teenager is trying to tell you something that you cannot put on words. In this case, and if you think that something is not okay with your child, please go and see the teacher, try to see the people that your child contact most during the time that he's in school, and try to reach a professional help in order to have an evaluation, not just for you to feel a little bit better and understand what is really happening to your child, but at the same time you can be really helping your children, and you can really give your child some support and another way of expressing themselves. But when we think about dealing with emotional abuse with an adult, of course, things have to be a little bit different. If you think you are a victim of emotional abuse, the first thing you have to be sure or have exactly the clear notion what is emotional abuse. Try to understand the really meaning. Try to research if you don't know exactly what it is, and if you feel uncertain, talk to somebody about it. Try to be the most confident you can, because you have to understand that this is not your fault. So if you are being a victim, this is what exactly means. You are being a victim. So emotional abuse is something that it's not really directly appointed to you, but appointed to the person that is doing this kind of abuse to you. So that is the main problem. That is the problem that you have to be concerned, not really about yourself and all the things that this person may eventually make you think about yourself. Another thing that you have to understand is having the clear vision of what is a healthy relationship. Somebody that says that loves you is not able, or it shouldn't be able to call you names, to make you feel less than what you are, and to really minimize your goals, and really feel that make you feel that you are nobody. And this is not love. Love doesn't do nothing of this. Nobody says these kind of things just because they love you. This is not true. So be sure what kind of relationship you are creating, and really understand if this relationship is healthy. Both of you has to be able to deal with conflicts without threats, and you have to be able to say no and to express your feelings and thoughts without shame, without feeling guilt, or without feeling scared about what is going to be the reaction of your partner or the other person. Understand that abuse is a cycle. So usually there are apologies, promises, and the repetition of all the behaviors that may even cause you pain. So understand that the other person telling you that this is something that it's not going to repeat, it may be not true, and you have to be aware of what kind of abuse you are dealing with, and what kind of person you are dealing with, and if this cycle have a tendency to repeat, you have to make a decision and really leave this kind of situation. It can be really even physically dangerous for yourself. Seek family and friends to talk about all of these things that you are dealing with, and try to listen their own advices. Usually people understand, and because they are outside, they can see better that this is a toxic relationship with emotional abuse. So understand that you have not just to evaluate this kind of relationship, but also try to hear the people that surrounds you in a way that you feel strong enough to change this situation. Another thing that you should do is to seek professional help to help you not just to leave this situation, but also be able to leave the situation with the minimum traumatic experience as possible. So seeking help in this case is also taking care of your mental health. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, share with a friend, comment if you want, and next time we'll be talking about parenting burnout. So I'll see you then. Bye!